everyone. Welcome back to the Wild Thoughts Pod. I'm your co-host, Afi.
And I'm your co-host, Kat.
And we're back with another episode. Yeah. And today, we're going to be talking about green flags in dating, possibly relationships also. You know, we're going to talk about different things, but just green flags in when you're dating someone, in a relationship. And yeah, we're going to get into it. And it'll be a lot of fun. And also, disclaimer, yeah. I don't know what's wrong with me today. A lot of fun. I feel okay. Just a little disclaimer. We are recording on Zoom, as you can see. So sorry if there are any Wi-Fi technical difficulties, issues. We apologize again for that. Hopefully we can, our next few episodes, we can record in person and we won't have this issue. Yes. But yeah, hope you enjoy still.
Okay, so let's get into the question of the week. So we asked you guys, what green flags do you look out for in relationships? So we got a few responses. First, consistency. That's a big one. That's very broad, yeah, that but makes it's a big sense. One. Yeah.
Yeah.
Communicate feelings and willing to be vulnerable. Yes. Big.
I love that. Yes.
Yeah.
Deep, good convos. Yes.
Yeah, because I feel like if you're not willing to communicate, then what's the point? Which, anyway.
Yeah, and being vulnerable, it's like something that's harder for some people, but it's essential. I feel like to have that emotional connection.
Yeah, because you're showing that you care. Okay, next, encourage you to have a life outside the relationship. This is big. I also have this on my list, so we're going to talk about that later. Respecting boundaries.
I like this.
We did a whole episode on that.
Y'all have been watching our episodes, huh?
Oh my god. Okay, and the last one says, when they remember small details you didn't even remember yourself. That's super cute.
Aww.
That's
or
cute.
You know when they remember what you were wearing that day, or I know it's stupid, yeah. But or what color your eyes are. Just stupid things.
I don't have any memories.
Cute. It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure you do.
I don't know, but
well, ask Nick.
He remembers stuff. I don't remember anything.
Okay, well, that's good for you.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get into it. Afi, you can go ahead and do your first one.
Okay, so I made a little one for talking stage category.
Okay, same.
So I said green flag, yeah, when they plan the dates, when they're just in control. Not you don't have to have this extravagant plan, but when you can at least tell me where we're going, what time we're going, how we're getting there, yeah. Just know what we're doing, kind of have an idea, and I don't have to do shit. I love that.
I feel like we're going to have overlapping ones, so I have something similar to this, where I put they make plans to meet and don't just leave you with empty promises. Because I feel like a lot of the times, if you're stuck in the talking stage for a long time, they won't, they'll say, oh, I can't wait to meet you so we can do this, blah, 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 but they don't actually plan to meet you. So you're just, okay, when is this happening?
Yes. Exactly. Yo, that's so annoying, actually. I feel I don't know if that's happened to me or I've heard about it happen, but yeah, people would, and then you just never hear from them, or it's so weird. Why did you say that? Or if something, or at least wait till you're sure to say it. Don't be saying it I don't know, within the 2 days and you're not going to meet within that week or something like that, because it just leads someone on it. It's not fun.
Yeah, big time.
Okay, you want to go with another one that you had?
So I put, they make their intentions clear from the beginning. So
that's hot. That's hot.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like a person that's just confident and they know what they want, already is oh, okay. And then they tell you exactly what they want. They don't leave you guessing. That's a complete green flag.
Exactly, because I feel there's so many, especially in the social media day and age, there's so much assumptions going on. It's so unclear. We make these assumptions obviously based on social media, all of that. So it's nice when someone just directly tells you and it matches up and it just makes sense. And it's okay, I know where we're headed. I know what we're doing. Just good.
And I feel we've all been in situations where we're trying to date someone and they're just confusing the shit out of you. You don't know what they want from you, and you're into it, but you're are they into it? We've all been in that, and it's just it's draining, and it just messes with your head, and we don't need that kind of, what's it called?
Messing with our heads.
Yeah, that we don't need that messiness in our lives.
Yeah, right we now. Don't need that. I feel it's also because I think it's uncool to be direct and formal sometimes. Like, let's say you're like, oh, I'm interested in you, but it's like, oh, it's weird to tell someone I'm interested in you because it's too direct. So sometimes people, like, they use sentences or words and it's like, oh, read between the lines. Yeah. But it's like, that can mean so many different things to
But I
so
mean,
many
it's kind of like, you can say like, okay, I do want a long-term relationship, or no, I just want to have fun. I just want to like mess around, stuff like that. Like, at least make that clear. And then obviously through conversation, you can kind of pick up on cues, hopefully, if they're being honest and direct.
Exactly.
But yeah.
It's the mature way to do things.
Exactly.
Mine is slightly similar, but a bit different also. So I put when they communicate and don't take unreasonable amounts of time to answer you. So like, let's say you're in the talking stage. Yeah. Just like, okay, sometimes I understand, if you're, let's say you're on a trip or whatever, you're busy, like I get it. But if it takes really long each time, like, okay, once in a while, but like every time you're talking, you take like 1 week to answer me and it's like 5 months we've been like, it's too long, and that's kind of, it shows that, okay, that person maybe doesn't have you necessarily, not on your mind, but you aren't really a priority, or like they're not really into it right now at the moment.
Yeah. So I feel like if they're actually into you and like, let's say they are busy, they'll warn you, like be like, oh, like I'm going to be out of town for the next few days, so I won't answer right away, just to let you know, blah, blah, blah. That's a green flag when they warn you. Yeah.
Exactly. Like communication. Exactly.
That's it. All comes down to communication.
The key of life, communication, literally.
Okay, so I wrote, you feel good when you're around them. So this is kind of, when you're around them, like make sure they're not putting you down for no reason, or they're not making like sly remarks. You know what I mean? Exactly. That like they're thinking that you're taking it as a compliment, but they're joking around with you and you're like, I don't vibe with that type of situation. You know what I mean? So like, just make sure that when you're actually hanging out with them, you feel good about yourself and they're making you feel good about yourself at the same time.
Exactly. Like, kind of, I thought about this too, but like belittling comments that are indirect.
That's what I was trying to
kind
say.
Of like, like what Kathy said, it's like things that maybe they think are compliments but are not, or something like a bit shady type of vibes. Those like, are not, and they're
trying to like, pass it off as a flirtatious joke, but it's like, you're just shitting on me.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, what was our green flag in this? Because I'm like,
you feel good when you're
you
around
feel
them.
good. Okay, sorry.
Oh my god.
I literally forgot. I'm like, wait, what was the green flag?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, exactly. You're right. And like when they don't gaslight you, because I feel like that can fall into it too, like gaslight.
Yeah, but I'm trying to like phrase everything in a positive way.
Positive way. I know.
So
I'm sorry. I'm like, look at it. Exactly. Yes. Okay. So given that, my next one is it's not superficial, but I feel like, I don't know, it's necessary. They pay for the first date.
Okay, this is controversial.
Okay. I'm not saying they should pay every time. I think you should each person, the partner, each of them should contribute. But this is controversial also because this is talking from what's the
heterosexual
heterosexual relationship. Yeah, so I'm talking from that perspective. I feel like at least the first date you can offer, but it's nice if he ultimately actually takes care of the bill. Just because
I think that's your personal green flag.
Maybe it's not a general green flag. Well, all of this is kind of, I feel like, personal to us in a way. Like maybe
I guess.
I mean, or they can be general green flags too. Maybe some people won't agree, but most of them, I guess. Yeah. Okay, this is my personal one, we'll say.
Yeah, I think the positive.
Would you say the opposite?
I don't think they necessarily need to pay for the first date, but if they offer, I think that's the green flag. Because if they're expecting you to pay, that's a red flag to me.
Yeah, that's true. I think this is this isn't essential for a relationship to be successful or dating. Yeah, I just put it there because I'm like, okay, it's nice.
Yeah. Okay.
But it doesn't mean everything's going smoothly just because they paid for the first date.
These are just, well, I mean, overall, these are just like little things that you're like, okay, nice. Like, you're not going to run away from the relationship.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Okay, so my next one is they show respect towards others. So I feel like,
important.
Yeah, and like clear examples, like if you're at a restaurant, they're nice to the waiter or waitress or whoever's serving you. Like, Even if they're not happy with the meal, like the way they react to that and react towards others, that's like big to me. To be like, okay, I'm not gonna hang around you in that way.
Yeah. No, I wrote that too, like someone who's respectful to like people that are offering service to him, whether it's at a cafe or going to eat. Like, I feel like a lot of people also mention that, but it's important how they treat the people that are giving them this service. Like, if you're being rude or you don't say thank you, like the basic necessities.
Exactly. And it's like, if they're already treating a stranger like shit, imagine how they're going to treat you.
Okay, so now moving on to in the relationship. So I wrote, green flag is when you can have deep intellectual conversation. So, you know, I feel like, okay, it's fun to talk about maybe more surface level things, or like, oh, like what your friends are up to, blah, blah, blah. But when you can talk about like different topics going on in the world, or just like vulnerable topics, psychology, like interesting subjects, you know, where you both are kind of like just discussing just for fun, I feel like that's a green flag. Cause
like a conversation that's more stimulating and not just like, oh, I went to the mall yesterday, I picked up.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's my example, but
no, but like those are fine too. But it's like if I'm only having those conversations, I'm gonna be bored. Like
for sure. Going off of the communication aspect, I wrote open communication. So basically, like when you talk, they listen without interrupting, and you're both able to share your thoughts and feelings in a situation. You know what I mean? And also related to that, like when they have good emotional intelligence. So like they don't get angry automatically when you're just expressing how you feel about a situation that like might not like put them in a bad light, but you're like, I didn't like when you did this and here's why. And they don't automatically get angry at you for it. They're like, okay, let me listen, let me digest, and then like, let me say how I feel about that, you know?
Yeah. I have this one too, basically. It was like the last one on my list, but I wrote how they react when they're angry. So kind of like what Kathy said. Not like when they feel a bit hot-headed, but it's the way they communicate it. You know, you can still get angry, but it's like, are you like losing your shit and screaming and stuff? So
yeah, there's like different ways on how to communicate when you're angry, and like what not to do is to, like you just said, yell, and not to like throw shady comments to the other person, because like what's that gonna help you fix?
Yeah, exactly. And what Kathy said would be the green flag. I kind of just, I don't know why I wrote that. I wrote how they react when they're angry, when that wasn't really, okay, anyways, I worded it weird.
Yeah, just great emotional intelligence. That's what we want.
Exactly. Yes, that is important. When they compliment you / show you affection in different ways. So like, just like a bit of, not validation, but like, let's say they tell you like, oh, you look good. You know, like not every day, but like, I like what you're wearing, or your hair looks good. Like, once in a while, you know, like a couple times a week would be nice.
A couple times a week. Not asking for much.
I mean, it doesn't take... Yeah, I know, exactly. Or just like showing affection in different ways, maybe depending on, for example, the love languages. But I think compliments are nice. I mean, I think everyone likes getting complimented. It's your love language somehow. Maybe it's not your first one, but...
Just like showing affection like, in a way that like you'll take it as love. That's what you mean.
Exactly. Yeah. I think that's nice and important.
Yeah, I agree. I also wrote when they're attentive and have emotional and give you emotional validation. So it's kind of the same thing, but like they just have like an understanding of your needs and your emotions, and are able to take that and kind of like, I don't want to take the communication route, but like acknowledge it, like acknowledge how you're feeling, and understand it. Exactly. And know like what you need in certain types of situations. So like if you're having a bad day and like, let's say what you need is like a good cuddle and to watch a movie, then they'll like help you with that. You know what I mean? They'll like help you through it because they understand how you're feeling. Right. So they find kind of not solutions, but they try to cater to what you need in that moment. Like if you're not feeling well, or whether you just want to talk. Like, it's not someone who's going to argue with you or just leave you on your side and, like, not be proactive, I guess, or try and support you. Yeah, and not someone that's going to be like, okay, you're overreacting to this. Like, you don't need to be, like... Gaslighting! No, bitch. No, we validate emotions in this house. Yes, exactly. I think that's important. Like, to be like, I acknowledge how you feel, and it's
totally like valid and all that. Yeah, that's important. It's important to hear that, I think, as a partner.
Yeah.
Okay, well, falling into that, I kind of go similarly. Wow, okay, we're just in sync today. I wrote when they support you in whatever you do and you're not insecure about you. Oh, okay, wait, no. This is two different things. Okay, first I wrote I wrote they support you in whatever you do.
Yeah.
So I guess that can kind of fall into everything we were talking about, but also at the beginning, I think we mentioned like being your own person outside of work, and just, you know, not like them not feeling insecure about other things you're doing without them, like just supporting you and being confident with you and your life, and not like always causing problems in that way. And then I wrote okay, this one's, I don't know why I put it in the same category, but I wrote, and are not insecure about you being financially independent. So like, let's say you make more money than them,
that's
or like something one. Like that. Yeah, I was like, I feel like a green flag is a like your partner who's not, I don't know why I put it in the same one anyways. I guess it could go in supporting or whatever, but just someone who is confident enough and kind of like that, I guess, toxic masculinity, like is secure in their masculinity and doesn't you know, need to follow like society standards, like make more money or be more macho or whatever, you know. So
I was listening to a podcast actually, and they were talking about like the two most important things in a relationship and that cause the most problems and the most breakups are money and sex. And they were saying how like usually money, it's because like if someone's making more money than you and then like they're paying for more, that person starts resenting the other one that's making less because they're constantly paying, and then the reverse happens where the person that's making less feels like they're lesser than. And like it just causes a lot of resentment. So I think the most important thing there is to just have open communication, like we said, with each other, and just like lay the ground rules, I feel. And like in our 20s right now, I feel like don't expect one person to always be paying, because like you're still like starting in your career, so it's more about like sharing the responsibility and paying.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But that's a good one. That's really good.
Yeah, exactly.
Touching what you said before, because you said my next 2 points. So I put also encourages you and supports you towards your dreams. So like a lot of the times, like especially when you're like in a new relationship, a lot of problems come up if like, let's say you're very career oriented and like the other person like feels like you're not making enough time for them. But like that can cause a conversation, but it shouldn't cause an argument. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Because they should be like, I'm very supportive of your career and your dreams and your goals, but this is how I feel about this. Maybe we should start doing more date nights, or like giving solutions more than like causing an argument over it, because you want them to be supporting you in whatever you do, like you said before.
Exactly. Like I feel like a green flag would also be, in that case, would be like being able to see your partner's perspective and not only yours. So that's why you wouldn't cause an argument, because you acknowledge, okay, this is their way of viewing things, but this is something that they may have missed, and I'm, you know, openly communicating it.
And then the other thing that you said, actually what someone submitted as one of the answers in question of the week, is like having your own life type of thing. And I think the most important thing is to give you space when you need it. So give you space to do your own hobbies, hang out with friends, and basically just live your own life. And you don't need to be with this person 24/7. Like, yes, you're sharing a life with them essentially, but like you still have your own life to live. You still have your own interests, and they don't need to constantly match up to your partners.
Exactly. Like just independency, I think, in both, for both partners, is a green flag. Like not being codependent on each other too much, and just like still being your own individual people, like green flag.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so my next one was a green flag is someone who, it kind of goes into the toxic masculinity and all that, but like someone who is comfortable within their sexuality, within their like, I guess, masculinity or femininity, like no misogynistic or sexist comments or microaggressions. So kind of like sly things. Yeah. So I didn't know how to phrase it, so I just wrote no misogynistic or sexist comments / microaggressions is a green flag.
I mean, yeah, I hope so.
Yeah. Yeah. Just like any subtle thing, because it could be very subtle, like like a microaggression, but it could still be misogynistic. You know, so
and we're not saying that like you can't have your own opinions, but like obviously if your values don't match up to the other person's, then that's kind of a red flag. For me, it would be a red flag.
Yeah.
But also, like, in what Afi's saying, for microaggressions, I feel like the first thing you should do is, like, do they actually understand what they're saying?
Say,
you know
yeah,
I mean?
like, sometimes...
And then, like, because some people are just ignorant sometimes, and they don't know, but if they do know, then it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Let's walk out of
like
this.
Like Kathy said, like, it could be that, you know, because of biases or whatever, stereotypes, they unconsciously or didn't realize what they were saying. But I think it's more like, oh, if you explain it to them and the way that they react, and if they're cautious about how they talk moving forward, like, it's okay if you don't know. Because even sometimes maybe I've said things, or any, you know, people, we all have stereotypes, so it's normal, but it's just more about, like, how you go about it, and are you actually educating yourself afterwards when someone points out that it's wrong.
Exactly. Okay, so my next thing, which is actually my last thing, they don't stop showing that they care, even if you're in a long-term relationship. So, okay, because even marriages that people have been together for, like, 40 plus years, they divorce, and a lot of the times it's like they stop loving each other. And I feel like it's because they're not expressing enough, or they're not showing enough that they still care about the other person. So the other person kind of feels neglected. So I think, like, exactly kind of what you were saying before, like, show affection. It's the same thing. Right. Like, if you've been dating, or, like, if you've been married for, like, X amount of years, like, never stop showing that, because that's kind of where, like, the love starts to get lost. Yeah.
Like, I guess I was also talking about this, but, like, I guess sometimes you get comfortable in your relationship and
you're too comfortable.
I guess it
becomes like an expectation.
It's hard to stop it.
It becomes like not an expectation, but like an understanding that, like, okay, well, I'm here, so you should know that I love you. But it's like,
not necessarily. Yeah, it's
you gotta show it.
I think like the person said, consistency. So it's like, just because you have the person and you've been in a relationship, okay, yes, well, they shouldn't be something you, like, earn or, like, get necessarily, but it's like you still have to continue maintaining your relationship and working on it, you know? You don't want it to stay necessarily at a constant, because then you might not feel, like you said, stimulated, or feel like it's giving you anything. So I think it's important to do or adapt. Like, let's say the things you were doing at the beginning of the relationship, they don't work now, but just, like, adapt it, or, like, work on the methods or techniques that are gonna make your relationship stronger.
And that's why some people say, like, oh, we have to find something to spice up our romance. Like, that's what happens. Because, like, you stop showing the constant, like, affection. So, like, obviously you need something. You might need a change, like Afi said, where maybe, like, it's not working the same that it used to. So you need to spice it up in a different way. But
yeah exactly. And then I just had one more, pretty much. So mine was if they have a good relationship with their mom/family. So, like, just, like, you know, their family members, if they're close to them, like, if they just have a good, because I know some people maybe don't have the opportunity to be close to their family or some of their members, but if they are, then the way their relationship is with their mom, like, if they're respectful, I feel like, you know, the mom is super important, and any family members, I think, but mom especially. Mom especially. Because it's like, I think your mom.
Yeah, but, like, I know, like, a lot of people have complicated relationships in their families. Yes. So I think it's more, the way that they respond to family. Yeah. And, like, react with family. Exactly. Like,
well, that's why I said, if you have, like, I know, because I know some people, for example, don't talk to their moms, or their moms are not present. So I was more for the people that, I guess, have their mom, like, close to them. Yeah, it's a plus. And if you don't, like, that's totally okay, because everyone has their reasons, everyone has their background and past. But I guess for people who do have their moms, like, really present in their lives, like, I don't know, some people treat their moms not so nicely, so that says a lot about a person.
Okay, so since this episode is kind of on the shorter side, to end it, Afi and I decided to go through TikTok and find videos that kind of talk about green flags, and then we're gonna say yay or nay if we agree with the green flag. Okay?
And should we explain when we say yes or no? Yeah, we should give a little, like, explanation.
Yeah. Okay. So the first one I see is, like, when they message you, drive home safe, or I'll get you an Uber.
Yay!
I think it's a yay. Yeah.
Yay.
Because they care about your safety.
It just shows, I think. Exactly. And it just shows that, like, and they acknowledge, like, let's say, okay, if it's a heterosexual relationship and it's the guy messaging the girl, they acknowledge that, like, it can be unsafe sometimes for women at night. So I feel like there's that awareness. I don't know if I'm looking too deep into it, but I get it. It's cute. Yeah. I like it.
Okay. Some of them are really stupid, okay? So when they smile with their teeth, I don't think that's a green flag.
Wait, what do you mean? Like someone, let's say, so the opposite would be someone who doesn't like showing their teeth and just like this?
I don't know. I don't know. Their green flag is someone who smiles with their teeth.
I mean, like,
I think
that's nice, flag. But it's not. It's a nay. Yeah,
I think that's
It's like,
it's just a preference.
Yeah, it's like smile. I'm just okay. Like consistency smiles. Some people don't like their teeth, so they smile with their just their. But eventually, you're gonna see their teeth, obviously. But it's just like, no, I don't think it's a. I think what matters is the confidence behind it. Yes. So if you're confident, not smiling with your teeth, then go for it.
Look at us spinning this. Okay, I like that.
I love it.
Okay. This is on the boyfriend side. So boyfriend energy when they have less than 500,000 snap points. So I think that is a nay, because like, why do you have to look at that? First of all, why are you still using Snapchat in that way?
Yeah, that's true. Okay, well, I feel like once you're in a relationship, that shouldn't be something you really like are looking into, because you know that person at that point. So regardless if they're, you shouldn't be like questioning it. I think I'll be completely honest. If I've added new people and I was like talking to someone, I think I have tried to look at their snap points before, but we weren't like in a relationship or anything, because like, again, the assumptions and like everything on social media, it's like, oh, Snapchat is also like known as like not the hookup place, but where you chat girls and whatever. Yeah, so sometimes it'll be like suspicious, but I feel like it's very superficial and it's very much like in our heads assumptions. It could be true, but it doesn't mean that factually every time you see someone with like this many Snapchat points, they're playing you or something, So I'll say nay. I'm gonna say nay.
Same, I say nay. It doesn't make sense to me. Okay, when they have a clean bathroom. I mean,
that's yay. A bathroom?
It is a green flag, but it's like kind of like expected. Like, why is your bathroom dirty?
Dirty, yeah. Like, I get it if you're getting ready or something, but like if you're not, having like cleaning it once in a while or like whenever you think it's dirty.
Exactly.
Because it's your bathroom. It's like, you're doing your stuff in there. So
I know, but it's kind of like nasty if you just leave it dirty and someone shows up. Like.
Oh, no, exactly. Like, it should be, like, if there's, like, hair and shit, like, that shit grosses me out.
But I don't think it's a green flag. Like, it's like a minimum requirement for life.
Okay, so you're saying it's not even, like, a plus. Because a green flag is more like, oh, that's a good sign. But this is just, like, bare minimum. Yeah, I agree.
Exactly, bare minimum.
Because it's, like, if you're 30 or 25 and your bathroom's still dirty, like, sure.
Protective, but in a good way. So not the toxic. This is like,
I'm like, this is like possessive, controlling type of shit, but
not
healthy.
Possessive. But they're protective, but not possessive, basically.
Okay, that's kind of hot. Okay, I'll say Okay, I'll say yay.
I'll say yay too. I think that's kind of hot.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's kind of hot. Yeah. Okay.
They take random pictures of you when you're out.
Yay! What? I don't even have to ask? No, like, I don't even have to ask or try. Yes. Yeah. What do you mean?
That's a yay, for sure. For sure. Yeah. Like, just like, they showing interest in documenting the memories. Like, it doesn't even need to be, like, something for you to post. Like, just like, oh, this was a cute moment, I'm going to take a picture.
Exactly. Like, them just thinking of the fact that, like, oh, this is nice, let me pull my phone out.
Yeah.
And maybe it depends. Okay, I don't know. Depends what stage you are in the relationship. Like, if I'm on a first date and the guy just takes that, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no. I'd be so creeped out.
It depends. I'd be like, I mean, it could be cute. It could be cute, but I don't know if I'd be comfortable yet for, like, another person, taking my picture. But it is cute in general, I will say. So, yay.
Yeah, agreed. Okay, this is a green flag for girls from a guy's perspective. So when they send outfit snaps.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Apparently,
I'm trying to see
you know what? Yeah, because Nick constantly asks me every time I'm going out without him. He's like, "Oh, can I see a picture of your outfit?" But not to be like, oh, you can't wear that. Nice. It's more just like, I just want to see how you look. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So I guess guys
okay, that's cute, but yeah, I think exactly like me. If a guy were to send me that, like I'd be like, "What the like? I don't care." Like, okay, like
why?
Just wear your out. Yeah, like I'd be like, "Ew, like ick, like why are you sending your out?"
Yeah,
like ick. But I think the other way around. Okay, I see how. I see how it could be. Like, is it more like like that's my girl, like I look good, like type of thing?
I think
like,
so.
Oh, my girl looks good, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Because if a guy sent me that, I'd be like, okay, you're shallow. Why are you taking pics of me? No, I'm kidding. I mean, girls do that all the time. Actually, guys do that too, but I guess, I don't know, maybe there's double standards in that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a green flag if they want to like hype you up, not to be like, oh, you can't wear that skirt, it's too short.
Yeah, exactly. Like they just are interested in knowing what you're wearing and like curious. Yeah. It's a green flag.
This guy also wrote, she doesn't call me bro.
That's a green flag when they don't call you bro.
I'm sorry, I say bro to my boyfriend all the time.
Bro. Yo, yeah, nay. I'm disagreeing with this.
Yeah,
I say bro all the time.
Yeah.
Like to everyone. Like even to people I like or have a crush on. Like it's just bro.
Same.
That means that means I'm comfortable with you. It's a good sign. Yeah. But I think it's guys feel that insecurity. It's like they feel like they're friend zoned or they're like not attractive in that person's eye.
Yeah.
So but that's not necessarily it. That just means we're being bros to you, bro. Like
exactly. No, I think it's a nay. Okay.
Yeah, nay. I would say it's a green flag. I would say calling bro is a green flag.
Agreed. Yeah. Let's spin that.
Spin that up.
Okay, this person writes...
Oh no.
Has 6 out of 10 handwriting. So not great handwriting, but good handwriting.
What the hell? Where do these people... I love the very specific ones. That's so interesting to me. Okay, bro, I don't know. What's the science behind this?
I don't know. I guess, like, they're, like...
Because if it's too perfect, it's like, ooh, that's dated.
You're, like kind of anal about things? Like, I don't know. I would take it that way,
Oh, like, you're too... Like, you're not... Honestly, I don't know. I'm going to disagree. I'm going to say nay. Because it's like, I don't understand. But I think it's funny. Like, I think it's... yeah, it's funny.
Ooh. Doesn't check up on their exes.
I mean, yeah, that is a green flag because that's weird. Why you check... Like...
That's a bare minimum type of thing. Like, hello.
Yeah, like, why would you check up on your ex? Unless they're going through something, but they should have other support systems. Like, you shouldn't be the only person. If you are, then you're not ready to be in your next relationship.
Yeah, exactly. So what do you say?
Like, no.
Yay?
So I say, yay.
Okay, same. I just thought of one. When they're the same person with you and with their friends...
Big green flag.
Green flag.
Because that shit is weird if you're not.
It is weird.
And if you, like, you know, like, when you, like, especially, I don't know if guys do, but, like, the guys start, like, guy talk, like, locker room talk, and when they're not with their girl and they just become weird, like, that scares me. Like, that will give me trust issues. Yeah. Because I'm like...
Do you see the trend where it's like, oh, my boyfriend, when he's not with the boys, he's, like, all cuddly and, like, affectionate, and they, like, don't want to show it? I'm just like, You haven't seen that?
No, on TikTok?
The girlfriend would, like, be filming them without them knowing, and they're, like, cuddling or, like, using a baby voice or something. And then, like...
The guys?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, I'm dead.
But I think it's also a green flag if, like, why are you acting different with your friends than with me? Like, you're trying to be all macho for your friends. Like,
yeah, exactly. And it's so interesting because I was listening to a podcast, Woke or whatever, you know, the famous podcast that I love.
You already know.
Yeah, you already know. And they were talking about how, like, it's strange because we feel as, like, it seems as though men look for the validation of other men. So, like, when they're with their guy friends... They literally want to impress them more, like saying, oh, I got with this girl or like that, instead of their actual partner, which is so strange. Like, anyways.
I don't get the psychology of men. We have to have like someone who like is like in sociology to come on the podcast so we can ask all these questions.
And that'd be so interesting.
That would be.
When he puts the toilet seat down.
Oh my God. That's like, Kathy, I like, know. You know the TikTok trend where it was like...
Yeah, it's really that.
Oh yeah, my god.
Okay, that was,
people, please put the freaking toilet seat down. But I feel like that's a bare minimum type of thing. Like, come on.
But you know what's worse? Okay, which toilet seat are you talking about? I'm talking
about both.
The bare
put
minimum.
Everything down.
Yeah, but bare minimum, because a lot of men are nasty. Is like the top,
actual
seat, like the seat.
Yeah.
Like y'all are. I'm sorry
cover.
if you keep that shit open. Yeah, the cover
put the cover down.
Is necessary. Now because of Kathy, I always put the cover down. Before I used to not.
Thank you. If you guys know, you
know.
That
was a red flag. I was a walking red flag. Oh my
Can't be seen with you.
Oh my god. I'm a new woman. I'm changed and improved.
Okay. I found a couple more. Does the thumb thing when we're holding hands. So you know when you're holding hands and they're like caressing your hand with their thumb?
What?
I'm trying to
like no, that made me cute if I was like actually into the person. Now that I don't have anyone in mind, it's giving me the ick.
No,
that's icky.
I think it's like because they're like subconsciously showing you affection. You know what I mean?
Okay, yes. Okay, I guess that's true.
Let's spin it that way.
Yeah. Okay. I guess yay, maybe. I don't know. I'm in the maybe. I don't know.
This grandma did a video about green flags.
Oh?
Okay, let's read hers. So this is Grandma Droniak. That's her name. Okay. So green flags for guys. Flosses every day. I'm just going to read them.
Yeah, okay.
Has a dog or cat. Buys me drinks. Says I'm pretty every morning.
Oh my, okay, you see that was in mine, so like
this last one. Shuts up when I say so. Okay, grandma.
Okay, wow. Buys me drinks. Shit.
Buys me drinks. So the first comment, grandma has taste.
Grandma has literally, I love comments. That's literally where I go to.
Oh my god, the comments are funnier than the videos, for sure. Yeah. But you know what? I think that's a good note to end on, you know? Shuts up when I tell them to. Yeah. Calls me pretty every morning. I think that's summary
of our episode. That's literally a summary.
Yeah, what we're saying.
So takeaways, just listen to Grandma's video. Yeah. Grandma, whatever Kathy. Droniak. Grandma Droniak.
We'll link it down below.
Oh my okay.
Oh my god, I know, that was good. Okay, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please subscribe to our channel, leave a like, leave a comment, follow us on all the podcast platforms, anything that you listen to, leave us feedback there. I hope you guys liked the last episode of the season and all the other episodes in this season. If there's anything in particular that you like more, let us know, because maybe we could do like a deeper dive on a topic or a topic that's similar. And we're planning next season, so let us know as soon as you can. Other than that, follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Wild Thoughts Pod, and follow us on Facebook as well. And that's about it. So we'll see you guys in the next season. Yes. Don't forget, we take a break of a week in between. So next week there's not going to be any episode, but we'll be back in the week after. That's about it. Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.